Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be demoing some techniques on how to use colored pencils. There are 6 key factors I will focus on today, which include pressure, stroke, layering, blending, highlights, and shadows. The first thing I want to talk about is how to hold your colored pencil. I know it sounds funny, but this trick actually totally changes the way you use your colored pencils, and I think you'll really like it. So the biggest struggle I find is that people often create harsh lines in their drawings. This makes it hard to blend and layer other colors seamlessly and can often distract from the overall drawing. So one way to curb this problem is the way you hold your colored pencil. Instead of holding it like you normally would, I suggest sliding your hand farther away from the tip. This way, you have better control of the pressure you are putting down, and you are also using more of the side of the pencil than the sharp tip of it. Pressure is a key aspect of colored pencil drawings. It's important to do little exercises like this to help you get comfortable and figure out the right amount of pressure to use. You will also notice that by just applying different amounts of pressure, you basically create 3 different colors. So you can see that the soft and medium circles still have a lot of paper texture showing through. This is perfectly normal for your first layer. A well-executed color pencil drawing takes time and many layers. You do not want to start out with a hard first layer. It will be much more difficult to add colors into. So starting off with light pressure is key to being able to blend in other colors later on. Next is stroke. In the first circle, you can see that it appears to be a bit streaky. This is something you want to steer away from, especially when you're doing drawings like portraits. I prefer to always do circles or cross-hatching to eliminate these visible lines. Next is layering. As you can see, the key to layering is gradually adding more or less pressure. Emphasis on gradual. Sharp, rigid lines does not make for a smooth blend. Next is blending. There are several ways you can blend colored pencils. Here are a few. First is with a lighter color. You can see that you have created a brand new, vibrant color. Another way is with white. This is another way to create a new color. However, using white will normally dull your color, which can be good or bad depending on the look you're going for. You can also use a colorless blender pencil. This way, it doesn't change your original color you put down. And just a reminder that during all this, you're going to want to start with a lighter pressure on your pencil and be farther away from the tip of your pencil, which will help to create a nice smooth blend. Lastly, we have highlights and shadows. Personally, this is where I think colored pencil starts to get fun. Here's where you really start to make form. First, you want to think about your light source. I like to physically draw mine in to help me get a visual and to stay consistent throughout my drawing. Again, start with light pressure and build up. I made sure to leave a white spot open for my highlight, but you can also add white colored pencil in too. I used the complement of green for the shadows and also other shades of green to make a nice smooth transition of color. This process takes time. The more colors you add, the less paper will show through. Oftentimes it looks worse before it looks better. Pressure, stroke, layering, blending, highlights, and shadows are all important to consider when using your colored pencils.